Wakanda forever again.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now every time I think of Wakanda, I just think of Nora from Queens when she has her lawyer friend.
Oh, yeah.
And because she's black, she's like, Wakanda. It's like, no, please
Don't do that. Don't do
Stop
that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bodacious Rant with Burn and Rye. And as usual, right now with this new series going on, we got another What If review coming at you. And this was definitely this is another solid episode. Mm-hmm. Again, not my favorite though, but it was definitely a pickup from the last
week's. Yeah, for sure.
And then I gotta say, the What If series is definitely, this season's not that great because it's so inconsistent. One good episode, next week not a great episode, and just a little up and down. It's like, let's have some consistency. Let's have them try and all be good. But
yeah, I mean the whole anthology thing lends itself a little bit more to that, but like you would hope that all the stories have like equal quality, and sometimes you don't get them. In this case, like you said, it's a little bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, no, I guess that's fair. But anyways, this episode was about, what if Killmonger essentially became the king of Wakanda and how he got to where he got. Mm-hmm. So this was it was again a very Killmonger-centric story. We got Michael B. Jordan back, reprising his role, so that was kind of a cool thing because he's easily one of the best MCU villains in all the movies.
Top 3 for me, for sure.
Yeah, so I really like that aspect of it. I think he's the one actor I was like, oh my god, I'm glad they brought him on for this. Mm-hmm. But overall, I'm still gonna give it a 3 out of 5 just because, we'll dive more into it. But in short, just the runtime, and again, the inconsistent voice acting. So that's the only thing that's really bringing it down for me for this episode. But overall, it was still pretty cool. I really liked it. This was definitely another what if scenario. I think definitely would have worked as a live action movie. So at least that's what if is doing really well on, is that these stories you want to see on a bigger screen. You want to see these stories unfold more. So it's not in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, I think 6 episodes into it now. I think the issues are pretty much the same for all the episodes we've gotten. Like you said, the inconsistent voice acting, and then just the runtime kind of shoots these episodes in the foot a little bit. For me, yeah, I also did really enjoy this episode for the most part. I mean, getting more of Killmonger is a really cool thing, just because, again, he's in my top 3 favorite Marvel villains that we've gotten, and he's such an interesting character that, any more we can get from him, I'm super in for. And for the most part, I think this episode really delivered on that. And like you said, his path. Essentially, it goes through the same trajectory that he does in the Black Panther movie, but here it's pretty much different. Like the whole mission to get there is different, and where we end up is vastly different. So I think them having a little bit more fun with the what if scenario here kind of worked to its benefit. And yeah, I mean, Michael B. Jordan, he's a treasure.
He is a treasure. He's definitely one of my favorite actors in the business right now.
3 out of 5 for me also. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
That's fair. Good stuff. We're really in sync, Bernie. I like this. I'm Justin Timberlake. You're I don't remember the other names. I guess
I'm just
Lance.
all the Backstreet Boys.
you're Lance. You're the rest of them. Joey. Oh my God. Not Lance. Joey. I'm gonna think about this later. This is not the topic. Let's get to the spoilers right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen this, please check out the episode. It's on Disney Plus right now, and yeah, come on back and we'll unravel this mystery in the question of what if.
Man, when you gotta say it in Jeffrey Wright's voice, what if? Awesome.
I can't do that voice. He's still sultry. He's like a young Morgan Freeman. Got a beautiful voice. It's just I want to just sit in a bathtub full of it. Just.
Yeah, right. With some candles, just to set the mood and have him narrate something to you.
Have a nice spliff going on, yeah. I would just be like the dude, just... This is good. Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, like I said, I kind of... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this episode kind of is a little weird timing-wise, because it happened around 2008, so that's about... Black Panther technically occurred in 2016, so 8 years before. I guess he would still be old enough to, be out of the military and stuff. But anyways... I really like that aspect, that what if Killmonger got to Tony Stark first and began his journey from there, his journey of manipulation and, really behind the scenes kind of stuff. And I think that's kind of what I really like, that we got to see more of his training come into this. How what's that guy's name? Martin Freeman, like the actor's name from
was it Agent Ross or?
Well, it's Agent Ross, but I'm trying to think of the actor's actual name. Was it Martin Freeman?
Martin Freeman. Yeah.
Martin Freeman's Agent Ross from the Black Panther movie. How he said, "Oh yeah, he's basically a ghost recon. He's a ghost operator."
Yeah,
right?
JSOC, like used by the CIA to destabilize governments. Yeah.
And that's essentially what he was doing left and right. He took down Tony Stark. He took down Wakanda. He took down Claw. Like, it was pretty masterful. I think that aspect was really cool, and we got to see his much more villainous side than in Black Panther. Like, Black Panther, it was a little more like, it was still revenge, but you understood him. You justified his means for that one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think in this scenario there was a lot more manipulation going on. Like, we got to
much more personal story here.
Yeah, we got to see him, play some mind games with everybody involved. Where he was basically the Mac. He's playing both sides. Like, he's just twisting the knife here and there.
I'm going to use my information to leverage a better position. It's like, but why would you tell me that?
Yeah, you don't tell people that you're playing both sides.
So should I not tell you? No, I don't care what you tell me at this. I love that he kept it running. That was a good running joke in that whole episode. He's such an idiot. But it was just, this was really dark. Like, Tony never learned anything from the first Iron Man movie. So that was kind of sad. Claw, he killed Claw, which I'm fine with because he was a villain, but killed T'Challa. Like, what the hell is your problem? That was great.
And
that
Rhodey.
was fucked up. Yeah, with that, actually, another funny thing, a callback to the first Iron Man, where instead of like that little like trigger, like lighter looking thing to activate that taser thing, it was a freaking gun. And I was like, oh, you monster. I thought he just knocked him out. I didn't realize he actually killed him. But then when you saw the coffins of Rhodey, and he killed Rhodey, killed War Machine and Black Panther in one thing. What the?
Yeah, their exchange, like, right before he killed him was very interesting too, where he's like, you join the army of the oppressors, and he's like, to change, to initiate change, you have to, like, be a part of it, and it's like, nah, fam. Like, man, I just, like, like, seeing that interaction between the two of them was, like, pretty interesting. And yeah, like, him outing Obadiah Stane from the get-go, like, I was like, oh, okay, like, we just resolved the plot of Iron Man 1 in, like, one scene.
Basically, it was that easy to really do, and he did it, so there was that. And then just, the only thing that I guess, besides the other stuff I'm going to finish off with, was just, I didn't care how he just manipulated Wakanda so easily. Like, T'Chaka just completely just got sucked into it, no problem. Like, I thought you guys were smarter than this. What the hell? But whatever. That was it. And like I said, just the runtime. This was an episode I think that needed at least to be an hour or broken up into two, just to really see this unfold and maybe not make some of the characters look that dumb, in my opinion. Like, it could have been a little more dramatic and a little bit more, intense, but it kind of wrapped up too conveniently in the end a little bit. And yeah, and sorry, Michael B. Jordan, as much as I love you, if you ever see this, you're Apollo Creed, you're John Clark, you're everything to me, but you're not a voice actor, man. I'm sorry. He just, like, he was good in majority of the scenes, but then just the end, Wakanda forever. It's like, oh god, this is bad. This is not good. Like, oh. That was cringeworthy. Like,
that was pretty
bad. Yeah.
That was pretty bad. But I mean, the whole, like, scenario around it was kind of cool. Like, having the drones, drone better as a Whiplash would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he made these vibranium drones and stuff, and then he's fighting on the side of Wakanda again, playing both sides, and we get Queen Ramonda as the general, of the Wakandan army, which I thought was really cool. So. That whole, like, scenario was, like, awesome, but then, yeah, it's like, everything cool that they just did, you wrecked it.
And then I guess the only other cool thing about it was just that, Shuri decided to go to America and help, Pepper she's going to help him fight back, later in that timeline, but it still was just like, so it's such a bittersweet.
It was
Bitter than anything. It was a dark episode.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and also like it was just kind of like a non-ending. You know, it's like oh, like okay, like we're just gonna
what happens?
we're gonna end there.
I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it? I'm just like Rex, just like I want to know. Oh man, but like I said, this is definitely still a really. I think it was more of the story that really got me. Is like, what if Killmonger did this and everything unfolded around it, which was really cool. Just how he betrays Tony, betrays just everybody, just to be get to where he wanted to get. He finally became the king, the rightful king, essentially, and he's gonna do whatever he wants now. So we'd have to see if they ever do a part 2. Maybe season 2 they'll dive back into it. I think they definitely should. I think all these stories they definitely need to go back to them some form or another.
Yeah, I mean they have to wrap these up. I mean they're leaving these episodes like pretty open ended. So it would kind of be like weird for them to just not revisit it at some point. Like we need. I feel like we need to know like how these things.
I need some closure.
Themselves.
Yeah. I would love some closure. Thank you.
One of the things I will say is it is really nice too. Again, it seems like Chadwick Boseman comes back for a lot of these episodes. Like he's in this one, and unfortunately his character dies in this one, so it's a little bit like a little bit of like a fourth wall break almost. But like him in the in the like it's not the ancestral plane. I forgot what they refer to it as the land of the dead or something.
No, I think it was Ancestral Plane. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. That sounds about right. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, just the Wakandan afterlife.
Yeah, but that scene kind of like hit a little bit differently, just because of real life circumstances. So I was like, oh man, like if anything, whether we can say about these like what if things, it is nice to have Chadwick Boseman at least for these few episodes.
Yeah, I do keep forgetting that. We'll never hear this after this. We'll never hear his voice again unless you rewatch his stuff. And that sucks. But yeah, it is nice that he came around, and yeah, that afterlife actually really does hit home if you think about like, holy shit, he is in heaven now. Like telling you like you'll get punished one way or another. It's like Michael B, you're fine, but in your character life, yeah, you're gonna face the Wakanda stuff.
Yeah, and it is kind of interesting too. Like with him being removed from the plot, it is kind of like a little bit of almost like a preview or like a little bit of like a tease of like what we're gonna get in the sequel to Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Like this land. A lot of these characters operating without T'Challa being there. So in a way, it is kind of like It is kind of like foreboding almost, It's like a little bit of just like this is what it's kind of going to look like. Not this exactly, but, just, again, the absence of the character.
It's softening the blow for the fans for when they do Black Panther 2. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But that's all I got. Anything else burn maybe that you didn't like or loved? What? I
mean, the dislikes are the same as yours, but again, anytime I could praise Ludwig Göransson's score for Black Panther, the music cues that they use throughout the episode, Killmonger's theme, the theme for Wakanda and the theme for the Dora Milaje, like it's always awesome hearing that music come back because it's a great soundtrack.
It truly is. Like I think I get more hyped with the Black Panther score than like anything else at this point in time.
Yeah, for me, it's Marvel's best score. It's so good. That one, the Avengers theme, the Shang-Chi music was really good too. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the Loki music. How could I forget? That was amazing also. So
Loki was fantastic.
So I'm glad, Marvel at least is up in their game in that aspect because they had been lacking for a little while, I think.
We can't forget the great film Thor: The Dark World. Okay, and let me get into this once. You're just like, no, goodbye.
Do not besmirch the name.
All right, my dude. I will talk to you later, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this and maybe unraveled some stuff with us. If let us know in the comments what you liked about it, what you didn't like. Leave us a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and. Above all, stay bodacious, keep on ranting, and, just stay safe as usual.
Absolutely, everybody. We'll see you all on the next one.
Absolutely. Peace out, my dude.
Adios, man.